Hello, thank you for joining me today. My name's Michael with Mountpac. Today I'm going to be showing you how I install a new toilet. I installed a new wax ring and I got new hardware to install the toilet. I recommend both those things when you install a new toilet. I recently installed a floor, that's why the toilet was out. I thought I'd videotape when I installed the new one. So anyway, I'll get started. I know you didn't watch this to talk to me or hear me talk. Don't forget to like my video and subscribe to my channel and share the video with all those that you know. Alright, thanks so much and have a great day. Alright, so here are the parts and pieces for the toilet. You have the wax ring, and this is the wax ring that has kind of a rubber on top of it to help seal it. There's silicones so you can seal the toilet after you install the toilet, and I usually use the 30-minute quick one, quick drying, so I can use the toilet right away, especially for clients and stuff, so they don't have to worry about drying. And then the hoses, and then the toilet. Here is the flange, and here's kind of a close-up of it. I got the old bolts and everything, so I'm going to put some new ones on. And then this kit's kind of nice because it comes with everything that you need, so I'm going to remove the old bolts first. And once I get those off, I'm going to install the new ones. The nice thing about this flange is that it's a newer flange, and so the everything's nice and still put together. So I've had to deal with ones that were all rusty and corroded, and I have to redo the flange, and that's usually no fun, but it is possible. I always use the directions and there's three different ways you can install this, and this particular floor is higher than the flange, and so I'm going to use the extra rubber gasket on top of the normal wax ring and rubber combo here. So what I'm doing there is I took a Sharpie and I marked the bolt where the T part is on the bottom, so I know that it's nice and secure when I put these plastic pieces on. And just remember that take your time. This should be at least probably almost an hour to do. So after the bolts are installed, clean up everything, prep for the actual install of the toilet. Don't forget to obviously like this video, but look at the video when I installed the valve. I installed a new supply water valve for the toilet in a different video. Don't forget to search that before you actually install the toilet. It's way easier to do it now before the actual toilet goes installed. So with a new toilet, you don't have to worry about the tank. It's much easier. Sorry about my bum in the way. And so I install the parts and pieces as I go because the toilet gets really heavy once you start putting everything together. And so once the base is installed, I can tighten up everything using the bolts or the nuts that were supplied with the bolts and the toilet. And just like I said earlier, that some of the newer toilets have, and I believe this is one of them, it doesn't actually have nuts. They have those white screw-on pieces, and then once it's almost like a Y type of a situation, and you screw those onto the toilet base, and that tightens and secures the toilet to the actual floor. And then on top of that, you put the those caps that hide the bolts that you see on most toilets that you encounter every day. So once those bolts are installed, I'm going to grab the toilet bowl I think some of my videos were lost in something in the video land, and I wasn't able to see the close-up of this. So here is the bowl, or the back bowl for the toilet. Comes packaged pretty well. Well, actually, the whole toilet usually comes packaged pretty well. So it's I haven't actually encountered a broken toilet yet during transport or packaging, but it's not. It's possible. So as you can see, there's two bolts that come out, and then there's a middle, like that black round large hole. That's where the water comes out when you flush to actually have the water come into the actual toilet part where you go to the bathroom in. And then that silicone tape that I put on, that's the supply line to the bowl. And so I usually install that prior because it's way easier to do it now. And normally you don't necessarily need it because the actual supply line hose has a rubber gasket that goes in there. But I put it on just for an extra precaution when you're actually installing the supply line. Oh, the other thing is too, this actual valve that comes out of the wall. I have installed Teflon tape around that as well, which you don't see right now because it's in my other video where I actually replaced the valve, because I usually put that Teflon tape onto the valve before I actually install it into the wall. So the directions for the toilet say to tighten these until the actual bowl comes in contact with the base. At times it seems like you're tightening up the bolts a little too much. However, just keep tightening them up, and per the manufacturer's installation instructions. I always try to make sure that the toilet and the bowl is perpendicular to the wall that you're sitting on. Just because you've probably seen it before where toilet bowls aren't square, and it's very noticeable as you Okay, so after the bowl is installed, I'm going to install the supply line. And so I don't think it really matters which part you install first. It is a little more difficult to install a small end or the valve side of the supply line. So once you do that, then you can install the larger end of the supply line for the toilet, which the large end actually connects to the bowl itself, and it actually has I want to call them butterflies that actually help you tighten it onto the bowl. And when you're tightening it up, sometimes the hose turns a little bit, and so that's what that's all about. And then after it's connected, I usually turn the water on, make sure there's no leaks, and then if there's no leaks, I keep on just going. And then after this, we're going to install the toilet seat, which you can see in this video. It's to the right, next to the vanity in this bathroom. And this bathroom, well, actually the whole house was installed with this flooring, and then the 1x3, or excuse me, 1x4 MDF trim, and that's what you see there. And see my other videos regarding the flooring, laminate flooring installs, and also the valve, and then also trim as well. So that's kind of parts and pieces of the bathroom install or whole house remodel. And then also I have videos for bathroom models coming up and other things like that. and then just read the directions. Every toilet seat's a little different, and it's just, I find it easier, faster to just read the directions and go from there. So I usually try to fill up the bowl and flush it several times before I finish up. And the last thing that I do is, put the cover on the bowl and then do the caulking. And right before I do the caulking, I make sure that the bowl is in line with the floor, or the back wall. Make sure there's a gap from left to right, the same distance away from the wall. And then after that's done, I do the caulking. And so when I do the caulking, I'm going to be doing that soon. When I do that, I usually leave about a 3 to 4 inch gap on the very back of the toilet. That's just to help with any leaks or anything. If it leaks, it'll spew out of that or come out of that instead of down below. I mean, it will go down below, but it just helps you know, hey, there's a leak, and then you have to fix it. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. And there is the install of a new toilet in a bathroom. And don't forget to like the video and then subscribe to my channel. And I hope your toilet install goes well. And just be patient, go slow, read all the manufacturer's recommendation and installation instructions, and you will do fine. Thanks so much. And also, I want to do another plug for watching the other videos that I have coming. I have various bath remodel videos that I'm going to be starting to go in for the series, and look out for those pretty soon. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks again.